If you had a choice between doing it and not doing it, which would you do it? Okay, so welcome back to another episode. Every month I say, and we're at episode what number? I have no idea. It doesn't matter. So we're doing the Q&A. We're doing it same format as last time, live, no cuts. So let's get into the question, shall we? Oh no, I'm cutting to the intro. Help! Welcome back. So, alright, let's go. Dylan T, did Happy Healthy Vegan ever apologize? They did not. That was such an ordeal. It's like, I was so disappointed in them for just making that video, using Foot Soldier's video as their only reference point. And it's like, oh my god. So like he knew he was an idiot and he withdrew the video, but I forget what he said. He said something. Somebody posted a link and they were like, he said, rather than argue, I'll just delete it. And it's like, you should apologize, but whatever. I'm gonna move on with my life. We all know. Integrity out the yin-yang over here. So come at me, integrity questioners. I dare you. Jack, I hope to find balance in my life and health. Currently I go meatless Monday to Friday, and it seems to be working for me because I feel good. Good luck to you in your search for health and happiness. I don't see the question. Whoa. How dare you wish me well? You son of a bitch. Yeah, it's a decent balance. I could see myself doing something like that, plant-based, and then something. Instead of supplementing the B12, going for those oysters or something without a face. Nobody gives a shit about, oh maybe some people care. I used to care. I used to be so caring. Mika? Ale. I butchered that. Hi, I started eat meat every day, a beef steak a day, mostly raw rare, and I'm experiencing joint pain in my hands, fingers, and neck. That's not good. Why do you think this is? I always thought to have balanced it out with a salad, not get too acidic. I'm slowly lost in all different diets. Yeah, it's tough to say. You could be eating too much protein. Too much protein will stiffen you right up. I've had some back pain. The mid of my back, I'm like, what is that? I've never had that. And I was doing way too much protein for a while, so we will see. I've upped the fat content. That's the only way to do this long term, in my opinion. Lots of fat, just enough protein. Maybe get some vegetables in there eventually, but if you're on an elimination protocol like I am, trying to find out my sensitivities, it has to be all animal based because I don't seem to react allergically to these foods. But yeah, too much protein is my first guess, because usually people on the carnivore diet, they reverse their arthritis and joint pain goes away. My knees were never really like super sore as a vegan, just the odd time with those pistol squats I would feel something. It's like, okay, that's not great, but it never bothered me. But like in my early days, like yeah, I felt the arthritis in my knees and it slowly got better, but then it seemed to like completely disappear on the carnivore thing. So, I don't know, a lot of people say they get better. So try to up the fats, omega-3 fats, fatty fish, salmon bellies, some plant fats if you can handle them. That's where I would look. Too much protein. Christelle, hi. Just a question about the meat. In the past you said when you ate turkey and eggs it didn't make you feel good so you stopped. What do you think is different with the beef? It's healing you, not hurting you like the turkey or eggs. In the past you said you tried, why do I read it like this? Tried keto and it didn't work. Do you have a theory on why all meat is working now? So basically, a lot of people get confused just that they're like, well, you got sick on a meat diet and then the vegan diet healed you. Why would you go back to the meat diet? I was never on a meat diet. It was only processed foods that I was eating. I was eating fast food every day, McDonald's for breakfast every day at one point. And in high school, it was like pizza every day for lunch. big thing of cheese. Big thing of cheese. Lots of cheese on the pizza, Doritos, pop, like garbage. And so when I went vegan 2008, the first 4 years, I experimented a bit with some meat here and there, like salmon. But every time I tried it, I always ate it with a large amount of fibrous vegetables. I thought you needed the fiber to push that meat through. There's no way that's moving without the fiber. So we can't really say, like, I had that, I think it was Christmas dinner, and I just decided to try a bite of turkey one day, and it hurt immediately. Like, I got stomach pain, a sharp pain in my gut, like within 5 seconds of swallowing it. I was like, oh, like, what the hell is that? So I don't know, that could have just been a sick bird. It wasn't organic turkey, it was just eating my mom's dinner. So now it's different because I've removed the fiber, and that's what hurts me. I don't know. A lot of people seem to do fine with lots of vegetables and a bit of meat and do a keto style diet. But, ooh, the fan stopped. Is that better? It's worse. So, yeah, and I've tried vegan keto, never meat-based. So I kind of want to lean that way, add in some vegetables soon, and more plant fats. I just bought some macadamia nuts, so I'm hoping to try them. I might try one nut at a time and see if I can get myself some plant calories back in, because I don't want to be a carnivore for a long time. This is just figuring out my food sensitivities. I think the magnesium was giving me all the acne, because I stopped that and I'm no longer breaking out in herpes. But we made a bunch of little minor changes, and I seem to be at a homeostasis level again. So we will continue on, and hopefully everything goes well. Mikhail, did I say it right that time? Are you going to study Weston A. Price's work again now that you eat meat again? Nah, not really. He's a dentist that wandered the earth. I don't like that whole organization. I just see them as liars. I don't believe in it all. They're all pushing the raw milk. It's like, oh, it's so healthy. I almost died last week drinking some raw milk. I was like, that shit is not healthy. So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of them or any carnivores, really. I don't see anybody that I'm like, I look up to that guy. He has integrity. I want to be like him. It's not quite like the Lou Coronas of the world who are just dedicating their life to making the world a better place. There's probably some super high-level carnivores out there, but I haven't seen any yet. Mikhail again. Micah, what are your thoughts on Natasha Campbell McBride's GAPS diet? That's basically what I'm doing, only she has some vegetables that are boiled really long. I should try that. I might try that, but I'm basically doing that, just bone broths and meats and organs all boiled and soft. It's like, yeah, I'm basically doing it. So I always used to just laugh at him like, you gotta be kidding, bone broth, like that's gonna heal anybody. But it actually does. It's not, it has like the two, glycine and proline, I think, are the amino acids that help repair the gut. And it's like impossible to get on a vegan diet without fiber, because the fiber will irritate it. So it's like irritate the gut and then heal it with the bit of proline and glycine. It's like, just get that into you. Just get it in there. I'm even having gelatin. I miss Jell-O, only it's flavorless. It's wonderful. Ironsides. For your information, I've been told by a couple of people that Argentina has an abundant of high quality supply of grass-fed beef. Yeah. The lack of question mark in your sentence. How far can my eyes go and still look at the camera? I lost it. Okay. Yeah. I know, I've been debating that. I don't know what to do, because it's like, we don't get the quality beef here. It's not good. Thailand sucks if you want to do a beef diet. And so I either have to commit to leaving the country for beef, and then it's just like, oh shit, maybe this was a mistake, and then I want to go vegan again, and I'm in Australia, land of grass-fed beef. And it's like, so I don't know what to do. Go back to Canada, it's like, yeah, we got great beef here, and then I want to change my diet again, and then there's no fruit, and I'm just like, ah, shit, I fucked up. So I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do. Govinda Bader, at what point will you experiment with adding durian back into your diet? Were you able to try Kenyao durian before the cow fest? I don't think I will be adding it anytime soon. I would love to. I just found an all-you-can-eat durian buffet here. Are you kidding me right now? I can't believe that. 400 baht, all-you-can-eat, this whole time. I would have been there every day of my life. It's not fair. So I don't plan on it, and I don't know what Kenyao is for durian. Like, they had a bunch of Chinese symbols and shit. I had no idea. I tried the super good one, the Musang King. That was like the worst one I had. I had a bunch of different ones. They were so good. My God. I wish I could be on a durian diet. I would do that right now. But I can't. I was so bloated and gassy. It was a nightmare. Koala Mama. Do you think in the future you will eat lab meat? Jesus Christ, miss. Jiminy Christmas crickets. What? It doesn't really solve the kidney and heart disease and colon cancer issues. You're brainwashed, by the way. Your brain, you need to wash it. Wash it. Yeah, okay, we have a bunch of things to tackle in this question, don't we? Though I could see them modifying it to contain less methionine, choline, and cholesterol. Oh, that brain. It's a good scrubbing. But you seem mostly concerned about avoiding all kinds of stabs. You're right. Okay, so the lab meat. No, hell no. I ain't ever even gonna try it. I don't think lab grown anything is good. I want something to come from nature. I know it's like more ethically if you, like, well, how do they make it? It's like, oh, we add a little this chemical and this gene spliced in there and then grows in a dish. And it's like, what the hell is that? There ain't no, even if it comes out, you gotta wait like 20 years for the studies to come out on that. And it's like, I ain't, no. I wouldn't eat a lab-grown apple. Nothing. So I don't think that's the answer. And all the like kidney, heart disease, colon cancer issues, you're not gonna find true science saying that meat does this. You're gonna see plenty of science showing these pizza-eating motherfuckers who are just, yeah, I had beef too. Oh, meat's bad. My diet's mainly pizza, McDonald's, and soda. And it's like, show me somebody, like the studies on ketogenic diets, it was like broccoli, grass-fed beef, and some, I don't want to say any dairy, but like the olives in there and avocados, and that's their diet. And they fast, intermittent fasting every day, and they fast, water fasts every, like once a month or something. They do a 3-day fast. It's like health conscious people who don't eat bullshit. Show me those studies, and you're not going to find them. You're not going to find those people, and meat demonizes them. My brain is not working today. And cholesterol, we make cholesterol. It's super important. But oxidized cholesterol, like in ghee, you boil it too long, maybe. I could be effing myself. That's why I kind of wanted to try the raw meat, but it stabs me. So I want to avoid the stabs. So honestly, it's just inconclusive. I'm not sure. Like the methionine, they say too much methionine ages you and causes cancer. And then I say, how much then? What's the limit? Nobody knows because there's no actual science. I'd like to know where that even came from because nobody knows the answer to it. I've asked doctors. I've asked a doctor on YouTube who was making a video about methionine. So I was like, well, how much is the limit then? What should we avoid? And he's like, he had no idea. So we don't really know. Choline, feeding the T-Mao, too much Mao. Who knows? Choline's in plants too. It's high in sunflower seeds, I think. So cholesterol, it's like babies drinking breast milk full of cholesterol and saturated fat. Can that really be bad? It's raw. You start cooking things, maybe you got an argument. But raw, I'm scared of the raw though, so I'm a hypocrite. Juan, At what times of the day are you eating your meals? Do you follow an intermittent fasting window? And how did it go with the reintroduction of plant foods? Longtime follower when I tried to be vegan a few years back. Thank you for what you do. You're doing great. Thank you so much. So I'm going to eat soon. I decided to make this video first. It's 12:05 p.m. So usually around now, but I can push it if I have to. Like, I just went and met Sunfruit Dan and Daniel Drury and Sunfruit Dan's girlfriend Janessa, and we had this crazy workout. And usually I'm eating around maybe 11 a.m. sometimes 12 p.m. And we met up at 12 p.m. and worked out for like 4 hours. And I had never had so much fun in my life. It was an epic video coming soon. His video's already out on his channel, Conscious Calisthenics, if you want to see it. I'll post a link down below if I can figure out how to do that on Patreon. And yeah, I was fine. It's like I can push it back. Then I came back and I ate at like 4 or 5 p.m. I forget. And I was like, yeah, cool. When you're in fat burning mode, there's no, oh my God, I have no sugar, help me. It's just like, I'm good to go, boss. Good to go. So what else did you have? Do you follow an intermittent fasting window? Yeah, still about 22 hours a day. I still eat one meal. Sometimes it takes me long to eat it, like 2 hours, depending on what it is. But 1 to 2 hours I eat. So 22 to 23 hour fast every day. And I do want to do a long-term one. And the reintroduction of plant foods was just celery boiled in my bone broth. So I didn't eat any fiber. Just extracted the celery and I didn't react to it. I bought some more today. So we'll see how that goes, but it was fine. Macadamia nuts will be the next test. That would be much more beneficial to get some plant fat. Christian Nibe. Hey VP. It's a long one here. I'll have to speed read it. I've been following your development for some time. After you changed your diet to carnivore experience, your pain went away. My assessment is okay, she thinks I'm lectin intolerant, or he, one of you thinks I'm lectin intolerant, and that's what this whole thing is about. Plant paradox protocol, lectins. Yeah, it's not just lectins though. It's like, that's why I was so confused on the vegan diet. Because it's like there's lectins, there's the oxalates, there's the salicylates, there's the phytates. There's so many things, I forget them all. But like, which one was I reacting to? The histamines? And it's like, there's so many different things. It's like the FODMAPs. If I can find, that's why I'm thinking of researching what are low FODMAP, oxalate, all of them, low everything foods, and then I'll try those out before I dive into the oxalate world. But yeah, lectin is just one of the things, and I could be reacting to it, but it could be many other things as well. So yeah, lectins are no fun. Sandy Willenbrink. Hi VP. I've been on a meat diet for about 6 weeks now. I was researching how to start adding food back in, and I came across pressure cooking destroys the lectins. My question is, what are you looking to start adding back in first? I'm thinking about tomatoes and homemade sourdough bread. I don't think that's a good idea at all. Why would you start with a nightshade, first of all? Don't nightshade yourself. That's one of the other things, the nightshades. I would definitely not do that. And sourdough bread, that's just flour. It's grain flour. Grains is not where I would start, but you do you. You do you. What would I do? I want plant fats right now. I'm looking like I would have avocados, but they suck here. I would have olives, but they don't even have them here without preservatives. So we're in the worst land ever for Thailand, for beef. Wow. Good brain, buddy. So I'm thinking plant fats. I'm hoping macadamia nuts are like one of the least toxic plants. Nuts. Apparently, they have like the lowest amount of phytic acid, and hopefully all the other poisons are gonna die. So I'll start slow, but that's what I want. And then if this whole thing just blows up, I'll have to go back to high carb probably if I stay here. And then it would just be like one fruit at a time and stick with it for a month. Watermelon for a month, Am I still itchy after the month? Then we can talk. Something like that. Dennis Garber, simple question. Have you heard of alpha galactosidase? This guy keeps messaging me this. You keep leaving this comment on YouTube, and here now. You've chased me here. You've paid your hard-earned money to get me to answer this finally. Have you considered, I lost the enzyme to digest fiber. We don't digest fiber at all. Our bacteria do that. Yeah, I don't know. I used to supplement enzymes, and that was probably in them, the Enzymedica formula. And I don't know, I never noticed that many benefits from taking them. I just thought this is probably a good thing. But I think I got even more constipated by taking the enzymes for some reason. But no, I have not looked into that, sorry. And I don't think it's like a huge key to health. I'm on no fiber now, so I don't even need it. So take that. Take that. Dennis Garber again. Wow, I didn't realize seeds and nuts have enzyme inhibitors. Yeah, there's another plant toxin. It's like you can lower them if you soak them overnight, blend them, ferment them, but without doing that, just eating nuts out of the bag, I can eat them forever because they're not broken down. You never get that satiation signal. Whereas when I was blending them up before, I would get satiated. My body actually could absorb it. Were you eating too many nuts and seeds or peanuts? Yeah, during my high-fat vegan days, I was eating tons of them, but I prepared them properly. I have so many weird, like, what would that even symbolize? Me making food? I have weird hand gestures. But yeah, when I was on like fruit-based diets and stuff, I never ate tons of nuts, just a little handful here and there. Brad Barron, did you ever have blood in stools since curing your UC back then? And have you noticed any change in your energy since starting the beef cleanse? I remember when you did switch, was sugar, my brain, craving sugar, but in the same time had way more strength. So I had blood once. When was this? I made a video about grains, why you should never eat grains, and maybe I'll post a link down below if I can find it. But I was on the pasta cleanse, and I was just eating like regular wheat pasta, and I was really enjoying it. It was just so much fun, and I felt stronger on it too, but I was getting crazy acne. And then my mom suggested I try the whole wheat pasta, and I was like, that could be healthier. So I tried that, and I think I ate it for 2 days. The hell is that guy doing? You probably can't see him. What would you be? There's no probably about it. I don't want to move it. I can't zoom in, but there's a guy carrying something crazy down there. Big hunk of wood or something. Oh yeah, because of the puppies. He has these new puppies. I don't know if you can even see him, but they climb under the fence, they get out, and then they wander around. So he's trying to block it off. Cute little puppies. They're so cute. So, where were we? Oh yeah, so I ate the whole wheat pasta for 2 days, and it swelled up in my body and scraped along my colon like you wouldn't believe. I passed something that was fucking gigantic. Like, there's no reason. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, it was about to happen, and I'm like, how can I pass that? I can't pass that. It's not gonna come out. And then it came out finally. I was like, come on. And it made out, and there was a bit of blood on it. And so it wasn't like ulcerative colitis blood. It was just like, it was so big it injured me. And I was like, ow. That just sucked. So that day, I went on the medical medium approach, 100% raw, to heal the gut up. And it helped a lot. Like, I didn't get blood the next day or ever again. One time in the full, since 2012, when I had the last flare up till now, that one time, whole wheat pasta. That's why I'm not a fan of grains. They're just so scratchy. And have I noticed any changes in energy? Yeah, I have way more energy on this beef cleanse. I just feel better on fat in general. It's not like, I have felt on a fruit-based diet way more energy than I have right now. Like when I ate 24 cantaloupes in 4 days or something, I don't think I've ever felt better than that. Like I was just like, oh my God, whoa, like I was on fire. But it comes in waves. Then I crashed later in the day. So it's like the glucose has the higher highs, but the way lower lows, to where you can just fall asleep after a meal sometimes. Whereas the fat, you're at like 80% of your energy all the time. It's just like steady stream. You can go anywhere and do anything. So I like that. I prefer the steady stream, although some of those glucose highs were fun times. I will tell you that. Did you have any more? Sugar craving? Yeah, I had intense sugar cravings in the first couple weeks and then they stopped. Now I crave like nothing ever. It's amazing. And the strength has increased massively. So it's just all side effects here. The beef diet, the beef cleanse. NDH. There was a study released last week about carbohydrates and life expectancy. Oh yeah, that was some bullshit. Yeah, this is why I hate bad science. And then people quote it like, oh, look at that. It's like, they were saying low carb dieters suffered more with mortality, and it's like their low carb diet was 40% carbs. It's like, that's what I'm saying. All these people that say, oh, meat's terrible, they're studying the wrong shit. They're not even studying a meat-based diet. Ketogenic diet is like 5% carbs. And when you lower the carbs, you can digest the meat and utilize it much better. Your body goes into fat burning mode. It doesn't linger in the blood. So it's like, I don't even pay attention to shit like that. And I guarantee you, a lot of vegans are going to be quoting that study, and then you know who are the misleaders out there, because there's nothing truthful about that shit. Mikhail, again, just really soaking up that time in the sun, aren't we? So a family, what? I'm your neighborhood? What? I'm not reading this very good. Abnormal amounts of meat. 3 sons are 25, 30, and suffering. Male pattern baldness. Father and mother. Arthritis everywhere. Okay, first you say they eat abnormal amounts of meat. And then it's like, what are the quantity? What are the quality? What is the quality of their meat? Is it grass-fed stuff? What are they eating with it? Is it just a bunch of meat and pizza? Is it pasta and steak for dinner every night? It's like, just meat. We can't just say, oh, he eats a lot of meat, that's why he's sick. It's like, what else are you eating with it? So, yeah, people eat like shit. And bad meat is not healthy. Factory farmed meat isn't healthy. Carnivore and hair falling out? Yeah, it's possible. I feel like my hair is thicker on the carnivore diet. I can't guarantee it. But yeah, it could fall out. I have no idea. I always thought that high-fat diets made my hair get thinner and thinner. But I don't know. I never tried the carnivore thing. It's 3 Ridge. Yeah, his hair is receding. Arthritis, we talked about that earlier. Too much protein can do that. Yep, you said it there. And mixed with carbohydrates is not what you want to do. You can't eat meat and potatoes together, or the body's going to burn the potatoes and then have all this meat. And they're like, oh, what do we do now? We already have enough energy from the potato. Let's store this in your arteries. So when you remove the sugar, you burn the fat instead of storing it. It's really hard to even gain weight. I'm still like 2 kilograms less than I was vegan, but stronger. So there's that. Logic. Hi VP, I'm really glad you're healing and getting better. You mentioned numerous times you'd like to someday go back to veganism. I don't know. I'm thinking plant-based. I don't really know that I want to commit to the whole vegan thing. I'd rather take eat some oysters instead of supplement. My questions? Why do you want to go back to eating that way when it clearly has problems for you? I didn't read that right, but well, there's problems now. Like I'm not fully committed to this carnivore thing. I don't know that it's healthy long term. I do have worries. And it's like sometimes my gut is completely fine, and then others it feels like it's slowly moving through me and not clearing out right. I'm not sure. And sometimes I have this back pain, and maybe my kidneys hurt a bit too. And it's like, I don't know if this is good. And I kept breaking out in acne still. And I'm like, I'm going to give it a good 4 months probably, but this might not be great. So yeah, I still believe in the vegan diet. They've done well, but yeah, we have to find a way to make it work, and so I'm not eating all the foods that I'm allergic to. Every time I change my diet, I learn something new. Now I know like all these anti-nutrients in plants and too much fiber really messed me up. I would try like a low fiber vegan diet if possible and see how that goes. And yeah, I'm open to experimenting. How long exactly have you been on the meat diet? I think we're pushing 2 months now. It's been 2 months. Recent videos, negatives, fatigue. Have you maybe considered that your body's still going through adaptation phase, which could last 6 months? It's possible, but you shouldn't take this long to adapt. I mean, my high-fat vegan diet, I was adapted after a couple weeks. I felt great the first couple days. My skin cleared up immediately and then never broke out again. Whereas here, it cleared up for the first 2 weeks and then started breaking out again, and then it's been up and down. So it's like I'm thinking the meats are just not high enough quality here. They're sick animals or something, and I'm toxifying myself. So I don't know, the whole shit, I don't believe in any of it. I'm just doing it to avoid the gut pain. And that raw milk actually made me pretty sensitive again. But for the most part, that's the best part. No bloating or gas, and the pain is 90% gone now. Because I don't have to squeeze my colon all the time. But yeah, I have my doubts. Consume more animal fat and salt. Yeah, it's just the problem of getting high quality animal fat here. It's not like anywhere else in the world where you can just, oh, I want some grass-fed beef fat, and then you just get that. And I'm allergic to dairy, so I'm not even going to try butter. It's crazy. It's a crazy world we live in. Albin Gustafson. Hey, VP. In your hair loss videos, you claim veganism helped you get your hair back by unclogging your head. Is that still your opinion? Yeah, why would it change? It drove circulation to my head, unclogged everything. That's the main theory that I'm working with. Increased circulation, blood to the head, lymph drainage out of the head. That is my theory. What do you think will happen to your hair growth now when you started eating meat again? I don't know. It could fall right out. Could fall right out. Are your hair videos no longer accurate? Or is meat gonna make you a bald bitch once again? All my videos are accurate. All my old videos have phenomenal information, and I agree with myself in the past. And most people will thrive on all the different diets I've tried. But it's just I couldn't get it to work. I just kept reacting to something, and it just drove me crazy after a while. But yeah, that's all information that I have learned and I believe in, and I would have no problem. People talk about my colitis video, saying, oh, that's all bullshit now, huh? You were never healed. It's I healed most of it. It was mostly healed. The colitis was gone. I was just kind of bloated and had pain, which is such a downgraded problem from colitis. I would still put somebody with colitis on that plan. Just those raw vegetables can really be a nightmare, and you can't live too long off just fruit or you deplete yourself. So it was kind of a nightmare to balance it. Gay pig slave. Steve Austin knows that Bigfoot is a robot that aliens used to view outside their space cave in the mountains. I recently lost 18 hours of time, awoke with blue gel dripping from my nose and my anus. This is a common finding among abductees. If I was abducted by aliens, are these the same aliens that made the awesome Bigfoot robot? Can I send you this envelope? Bigfoot is a human being that lives in another dimension beyond this one. And they appear when they want. I don't know. I still like Bigfoot. You'd think he'd be up in those mountains up there, but he's not. Not that I've seen. So, thank you for your question. And I'm moving, so can't send the envelope yet. That is unfortunate. Okay, last question here. Brandon Knott, did I make it? When can I get a copy of Monkey Strength? Oh, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's like it's finished. All the photos are taken. Now I'm passing through it for a second time, cleaning it up. I'm so proud of this book. It's just so amazing. It's so much more than just an exercise book. There's so much motivation in there. I'm really proud of it. It's going to be an amazing book. It's very funny. And after each exercise, I make fun of you for not being able to do it in different ways. I really should try to read you one. I'll read you one. It's just so funny to me. Let's see, I'll find an exercise here. Where's this? Okay, what exercise is this? The free fall bridges, where you fall back and land on the floor. So at the end of each exercise, I say, can't do it? Find a local pool and try this move underwater. The children's pee should help thin the blood and increase flexibility. So I just like to make fun of you and there's lots of different, I got creative with that section. I love it. So yeah, super proud of it. Can I even show you? That's it. Got the free fall bridges. Just tons of amazing content here. The Vegetable Police Network. I made that one. That's a tough one. That's the wall walking down and then back up. That's fun times. That's fun times. Yeah, it's going to be a great book. Super proud of it. So I think we're done here for today. I'm going to go eat my rice. And we'll see what happens next. We're heading down to Hua Hin. I got my condo booked. We're leaving in a couple days at the end of this month. So by the time this is posted, I will be in frickin' Hua Hin by the ocean. So we'll make videos of that to come. And thank you so much for watching the video. Consider giving it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if Bigfoot carried you home when you were drunk and he ate your peanut butter. Come on, you gotta give him something. It's not all about you, you know. Try to be less selfish. That's the biggest thing I'm working on now. I've been a selfish person most of my life, only child, only had me to look out for. And it's like, I've always tried to hoard everything. It's like I'm just saving my birthday money when I would get it, even when I was like 10 years old. I'm like, no, I got it. I got money, I'm saving it. And just not thinking of other people. And I'm trying to change that. Be generous and make other people's lives better. And your life will be better for that. Like, for example, I'm taking Brett out. He's helped me so much. So I wanted to take him to a buffet, but then I had the raw milk scare. And so I suggested anything else. Like, we'll go paddle boating. We'll go do anything. Zip lining with monkeys. You name it, we're doing it. And so we're going to golf. And I've never golfed, and he's like a pro golfer. We'll make a video on it. And it's just like, do we do the 9 holes or 18? And I'm thinking, I probably only want to do 9, but I know he's excited to do the 18. And it'll be more expensive, and maybe I'll die during it. It'll be like 5 hours in the desert, the grassy desert. But we're doing this for him. I want this to be his thing. So we're doing it, the 18 holes. We're going for the gold. So do things like that. Help other people. My mom just said she wanted to get into drums. She's going to all these African festivals, and there's the drum circle. I was like, pick a drum, I'll buy it. I bought her a drum. It's like, I love giving now. It makes you feel good. It's just like, who wants to make all this money and then you keep it for yourself? And then, oh, I buy a new camera. Oh, that's great. I always felt best when I would buy things for other people. When my mom left, we'll end it on this, but my mom left when I was young to go to a Buddhist monastery for like a year. And I was maybe 15 or 16 years old, 17, I don't know. But I was a bike courier at the time. I was working during the summer and I was making money, and every week I would buy her a little statue, a little animal statue, just lifelike things. And so when she came back after a year, I had this whole jungle for her, and she was like, oh my God. And that's the only thing that gave me joy to buy. Like, I was buying like music CDs and video games and t-shirts and stuff like that for myself. But it wasn't until I bought those did I actually feel good about it. It's like, I'm doing something for someone else. She's gonna come back and see that I cared that she was gone, and she's gonna love these. I bought way too many of them. It's more of a clutter now. It's a problem, actually. It's a jungle. It's an infestation. But do more for others if you can, and this world will be a better place. And I think we're done here for today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Tomorrow I will post the questions for next Q&A, and you will post your questions there. A lot of jabbering back and forth. I'm getting a lot of emails from this conversation that's going on. People are fighting on my Patreon now. Relax. Relax. Okay, we're done. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.